What did you guys think about the new Rolex release for 2022? Please let me know in the comments below, and make sure to give it a rating. So today I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to review some of my favorite watches from Rolex's 2022 releases, and I'm going to give the whole release a rating at the end of the video. So, you know, Rolex released these new watches at Watches and Wonders, and my favorite release of 2022 for Rolex is the new Air King. The new Air King, I think they truly made the best decisions from the previous model. For example, crown guards have been added to this watch to really differentiate it from the Rolex Explorer line. So now it has a more sporty vibe. But not only does it have a more sporty vibe because of these crown guards, they also increased the surface area of the polished center links and made them wider, which adds some flashiness and elegance to the watch. Elegance, sportiness. So what they're really doing is making the watch have more presence on the wrist. And I commend them for that. They added a 0 in front of the 5 because before it was just a single digit number, now it's a 2-digit number. So the dial is more symmetrical. And you guys know that I love symmetrical dials. They've upgraded the movement to a 3230 movement with chronometer certification and a 70-hour power reserve. Again, one of the things that I think Rolex does really well is that they have 70 hours of power reserve in their sport watches, when I think the business average is about 50. So this 40 millimeter diameter, 100-meter water resistance watch is right now $7,000 at the time of this video at retail. So it's one of the more affordable options, and it's a great option. The second release that I really liked, and I apologize in advance, I'm going to say bizarre many times, is the GMT-Master 2. They dub it the Sprite. It's called the Sprite because it has a half black bezel, half forest green bezel. So not the same green color as the Hulk. This one is a little darker, which makes it a little more elegant and easily worn in formal situations. I love this colorway. However, this watch is a left-handed model, which is bizarre. Most people online are a little upset at this. It's kind of an eyesore. The date window is on the left-hand side. The crown guards are on the left-hand side. So it is just bizarre. I think that I'm a lefty. I wear my watch on the left hand. I'm different. I'll wear it on the right hand sometimes. I could own this watch. I don't think it would bother me that much. But I think that when I make this rating at the very end of the video, I'm definitely gonna deduct a point or two, because to make this a better release, they could have made left-hand models for all their GMT-Master 2s. They could have also made this Sprite in a right-hand model. So now you can offer both right and left-hand models for all the GMT-Master 2s. That would have been a fantastic release, and I think people would be buzzing from that. So this new GMT-Master 2 uses a 38-25 movement with parachrom hairspring and 70 hours of power reserve. It's also available in both polished oyster bracelet or Jubilee bracelet. And it's 40 millimeters in diameter. So bizarre, but I do like the Sprite. Another one of my favorite releases is the Day Date 40 in platinum. I think platinum is a beautiful, beautiful metal. And so what they did here from the previous iteration is that they changed the bezel. It's not just a polished bezel anymore, now it's fluted, which would make really good light play because of the platinum metal. So that's a fantastic addition, and on top of that, it comes with an icy blue dial. This is a great release because it's riding off of the popularity of the Tiffany dial that we saw Patek Philippe release recently. Somebody bought it on auction, and the price is skyrocketed for the Tiffany blue color. It's like a powder blue, and it's one of the most hot colored dials at the moment. This icy blue dial is not quite the same color as that one, but it's very similar. And I do love this color dial, but more so with the fluted platinum and the platinum look of this watch. The two colors, the metal of the platinum and the icy blue dial, marriage beautifully. Oh, get this. You can also substitute a studded diamond bezel instead for extra freeze. Not for me, but I see the appeal. The other watch that I really like is the Yachtmaster 42. Now, they didn't really change the Yachtmaster too much, but they added the ability to buy it in white gold or yellow gold. You guys know I'm a big fan of yellow gold. What I do like about this release is that it comes in a black rubber strap. It comes with a matte black Cerachrom bezel, which is a ceramic bezel that's been matted. And so the watch is very sporty. But you're gonna throw on top of that yellow gold case. I mean, the dichotomy between those two is so much fun. And I think this watch is a very, very fun release. The retail price for this is $28,000, if you can get it at retail. Some of the discontinued models include the Cellini models, with the exception of the Moon Phase reference 505-235, the 40mm Day-Day Platinum with the smooth bezel that we already talked about, the previous Air King, some colorful dial Oyster Perpetual 41mm references, and the old Rolex Deep Sea references. So I guess how would I rate this release by Rolex? I'd say that they were definitely noticeable improvements, like the Air King or the Platinum Day-Date. I'll say that some releases I liked, like the Sprite, even though it was kind of bizarre, and I wish they would have done a better release for the GMT-Master 2 lineup in general. And some of them were very interesting, like the Yacht Master 42. So I guess I'm gonna give this release by Rolex a 7 out of 10. Room for improvement, could have been a little more wide scaled through their model lineup, but overall, some noticeable improvements. Thank you guys for watching, and Suave will return.